So I got curious. I've been watching a lot of videos and I have some glassware. And first thing I want to say is you probably shouldn't be doing this. Um, Distilling sulfuric acid is not a good idea. Um, it's one thing to be an idiot, but you shouldn't be doing this unless you're a professional idiot. And I'm definitely a professional idiot. And you should not try this at home. It's very dangerous. Um, with that being said, it's not my fault if you get hurt doing something stupid like this. It's easy to get hurt doing this. It's easy to have a steam explosion, or your apparatus, if it's not set up right, could suck back water and mix with concentrated sulfuric acid and explode. So I'm not going to show you how I did it because I don't want you repeating what I'm doing. So if you get hurt, that's on you. I'm telling you not to do this. With that in mind, I got a light fraction coming off, and it's only 1.050. And the lightest fraction was like 1.020 as the hydrometer would read. Is it a hydrometer or hygrometer? I can't remember. I think it's a hydrometer. So when I recovered my sulfuric, because I've got some, I wanted to recover it. We distilled it so that we could recover it. And you've got boiling sulfuric acid coming off, and I think a single recovery stage is not adequate because you've got such hot gas coming off. Definitely need to cool that down somehow. So I think a two-stage recovery would probably be better than a single-stage recovery. Gas is coming out just too hot, and you're losing a lot of this light stuff that you could go back and distill a second time. And since this is 1.020 and this is 1.050, I'm going to look this up. It's probably like 6 molar or something like that. It still looks pretty nasty, but it's nowhere near the stuff that was in the boiling flask. And this does the leftover. This is the stuff from the boiling flask, and it is straight do not mess with me kind of sulfuric acid. Unfortunately, when we boiled it, we had all this precipitate come out. Theoretically, that's all the organic stuff. That's the inhibitor that's in the sulfuric. And so it fell out. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But if you're just boiling the sulfuric, you're going to have to deal with this stuff. And that's why it's in a separatory column, or a separatory funnel, actually. Because you can't filter it unless you use a fritted disc, and I don't have one of those. It'll just destroy the filter paper. But it's reasonably nasty, as evidenced by the hydrometer here. I took a look at it. It's 1.83, 1.84. So you know what that means. That means don't mess with me. And it's fairly clean. Of course, I can't do any real analytical business on that, so clean in quotation marks. But these lighter fractions is nowhere near the 1.83, 1.84. It's actually reading 1.84. I'm not taking the reading off the hydrometer against the wall there. I'm taking it against when it's in the middle. It just likes to come to one side. And yeah, I'm wearing my lab coat, and I got inappropriate protection. So I'm keeping my distance from it right now. I'm not going to move it because there's residue of sulfuric acid on the glass, and if I touch it, I'll get burned, and then it'll tip over and it'll spill on me, and you know, bad. Nothing but bad. So what I found when distilling is that the stuff that I want to keep, of course, if it figures, the keeper stuff is in the boiling flask, and the lighter fractions you can collect and return, and it's right on the sticker. And the other thing on the sticker, see what it says? Yeah, this stuff is not a joke. It will hurt you. I've been burned by sulfuric several times. So I definitely think that it was an interesting exercise, but I think that it's probably not a good idea. Yeah, that's instant. See that? It's like instantaneous burn. Liquid burn. Yeah. That's your skin, folks. And if the acid itself wasn't bad enough, you have to contend with the fumes. So doing it indoors is not a good idea. And this is probably something that's better suited in a plant where you don't have a plant as in a system that's set up to do this, even on a small scale. Because this is not like, oh, let's just set it up and do it. Of course, I did that, but I'm not recommending you do that. I would say don't do it. Don't do it. It's a learning experience, but don't do it. That's the problem with curiosity. You want to know something. It's very dangerous to know things, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for playing in the chemistry lab.